who knows what reasons. But it shows this, and nobody's aware of this. The CIA, which wasn't even created for 4 years after Tesla died, was conducting an investigation on him in his overseas facilities. Why is that? So when you connect the dots in everything I've discussed, the FBI lying over 7 decades about Nikola Tesla, the fact that they did have copies of his documentation and they manipulated the wording in order to confuse others and essentially tell a lie, the fact that they have all these redactions 73 years after his death, the fact that the CIA was doing a secret investigation on Tesla, and that the government just so happens to release all this documentation on the precise time frame and year that the CIA concluded that investigation. And then you have Nikola Tesla, somebody that's known to have outstanding character, that wanted to help humanity, that died poor and has been shunned by the mainstream and our academics, which is pretty weird, don't you think? When you add all these things together, and the fact that he was adamant that he had created the ability, the technology to harness free technology for the entire world, or free energy, I should say, wireless energy, or the death ray, and many other things, when you add all these things together and you look at the behavior on behalf of the government, well, guys, what are you left with? It's beyond obvious that there is absolutely a cover-up here. They have some sort of technology of, that Tesla had. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if you look up what's called the active denial system or the heat gun. I wouldn't be surprised if that's based on Tesla's technology referring to the death ray. Maybe different, obviously. But look, where does it go from here? Bottom line is that the government clearly still has documentation on Tesla. The CIA files and the FBI files both indicate that they have not released everything. I mean, think about it. The FBI director, J. Edgar Hoover, receives a memo suggesting they put constant surveillance on him, and then for 2.5 years later, there's not a single shred of correspondence on him altogether? Give me a break. Hopefully there's some up-and-coming hungry lawyer that's familiar with the Freedom of Information Act that looks over this information and decides to make a name for themselves. Anyways, guys, I'll leave it at that. I'm Jimmy. This is Bright Insight. Like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll also include a link for my other videos on Nikola Tesla as well. Never mind that Nikola Tesla was probably the smartest person to have ever lived.